Have you ever been on your own before?
No, never.
Art cinema. It has been always a problem that is hard to define because of its culture, temper, and stylistic diversity. Nevertheless, there is one trait that we can easily find in the most art cinema. Against the mainstream, in other words, rejecting standard. Especially opposite to Hollywood films, the art cinema used to break up narratives, linearity, and causality, which is a strong common sense in the Hollywood film industry. All the efforts of art films to find their own creative way are always toward its artistic vision. Thus, it is more important to consider why they are against the mainstream than just analyze how they break the common rule of standard. Namely, what is the goal of the art? This essay is about how Metropolis clarified its artistic vision in a German expressive way. German Expressionism is a subversive avant-garde art movement during the Weimar Republic period in Germany after the First World War. The Expressionists seek the ultimate meaning of the word, lying beyond purely external appearance. In cinema, it expanded itself far beyond merely its cultural function to affect socially and politically, challenging the normal imaginary principles. Metropolis is based on a completely dichotomous world. The city is physically and psychologically divided into the hierarchy, a bright and advanced society for the upper class, and below that the dark and mercenary working class is there. And they are full of conflicts between slave-like workers and the leader, who does not respect them. Fritz Lang visualized revolutionary consciousness through this setting, which is linked to German Expressionism's subversive nature. With a very future-oriented and vertically gigantic background, ironically the facade of civilization is clearly rendered, while helping the audience to see human nature in an alien environment. This alienation is functioned by using chiaroscuro and exaggerated actions of workers. There are a bunch of contrasts between light and shadow or bright and dark colors, as other expressionists commonly use. It is used for various purposes, from showing the class dividing to establishing the protagonist's characteristics. In the subterranean factory, the labor's movement is very rhythmical, like a part of a machine, not like a human. On top of that, formations of them are highly geometric. These intensify the film's unreality. In these settings, some novel cinematography technique is employed to suggest the protagonist's imagination of feeling. For example, POV shot is often used. The most interesting point of this use is that it sometimes follows very subjective psychological conditions, even if it seemed unnatural. This expression is also shown in some montage scenes. All of this symbolization is revealing its hope toward a conciliation achieved by a messianic presence, combining with biblical metaphors. The film also tried to escape from the pessimistic reality. In the early 20th century, German society was in the middle of chaos and poverty. People suffered from the aftermath of the World War and tremendous reparation. With the outset of the Weimar Republic, political and social revolutions floated in the German street. Scientific fiction was not the genre that the German filmmakers used to make in the post-war period. Germany's situation was too weary to escape into the rosy future. Besides, the US already established its reputation in the genre. boasting its contemporary industries and skyscraper-dominated cities. However, Metropolis removed any conditions directly linked to the real world, rejecting convention norms and creating the inexperienced predictions of future lifestyle. From a starting scene of a dystopian futuristic background to ending scene with a fairy tale-like happy conclusion, the story occurs in an entirely constructed and symbolic environment. Metropolis represents the character's interior mind and also the director's thought, projecting a satisfying reality. In other words, the film appropriates expressionism for escapism. In this way, the director Fritz Lang emphasized his artistic vision.
Film tätig war als Geräuscheffektmann.
To counteract the pessimistic spirit of the time, drawing Germany's inspiration by looking at the future of the nation.
Sagte man, ich sollte Architekt werden, aber das gefiel mir nicht. Ich war nur